What's up, guys? Welcome back to today's video. It's actually a pretty early start to the video. Usually I'm starting it at night, and it's currently, let me show you guys, 6:46, so pretty early in the morning. I actually stayed awake this time, and I went to the gym, got in the sauna, so I feel great. Now I'm driving home. The gym's on my way home from dropping my mom off, so it only makes sense to just hit it while I'm down here instead of going home then working out. If you're right next to it, might as well do it. I don't know why I always talk in third person, but if I'm right next to it, I might as well go in and hit a workout. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing. And they have a sauna, so I can just hit the sauna every morning, feel really good. But yeah, great start to the morning, to the day. I need to get home and get out of these sweaty clothes, get my teeth brushed. Yeah, I know, I went to the gym without a shower, teeth weren't brushed, pretty chopped, but gotta get ready for the day. I have a 9:30 meeting that we do every day to talk about some sales stuff, whatever we have to do, and then I'm gonna hit the road by 10. Start knocking on some doors, landing some appointments. Today's gonna be good though. It's so nice to have this freedom. I've talked about it before, but to be able to wake up and go to the gym and then drive home and not necessarily be in a rush, but you're just chilling. You don't have anywhere to be technically. You kind of just take your time and flow through the morning. I think that's the best way to start your day versus get up at 6 a.m. and rush and try and figure out what you need to do. I prefer this over that. But this is a lot more stressful as well because, again, you have no guaranteed income. It's on you. And if you don't have much to start with, then you're pretty much just dropping down into the negatives off rip before you even make anything. But it's all right. I'm going to start landing some appointments, getting some deals going. I've gotten close yesterday, so it's only right that today I land one and start collecting some commission. So that's the plan. Got a beautiful morning. Got KFC in the back. It's a good day. So guys, I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm going to finish the drive off and listen to some tunes. Peace, guys. What's up, guys? I meant to update you when I first got out of the house this morning, but it's now 3:06 and oh shoot, sorry. And yeah, I forgot to update you guys, but now I'm driving around. I've hit a lot of doors and I've spoke to one person today. So I mean, if that doesn't tell you what door-to-door is like, I don't know what does. I don't know what's the issue is. Honestly, I'm going back around. What I learned is what you're supposed to do is start in an area, pick like 10 pins, hit those 10 pins, and then spin back, hit them again, and then spin back, hit them again. I won't be able to hit them a third time because I'm going to be out picking up my mom. I don't have time. I'm out in Tampa, so I'm ways away from my house, and I'm ways away from where I got to go pick her up. So that won't happen, but I'm hitting them again. It's 3 o'clock. I would assume most people are home by now. Maybe not. Who knows? But I'm spinning back. We're going to see if I can, or I'm going to see, I don't know why I keep speaking in third person. I'm going to see if I can find, or, yeah, land any appointments. The one conversation I had, the lady said that she's already booked an appointment with a rep. So I don't know why she's still on the system. I don't know if she was just saying that. And then my objection handle wasn't really that well. I could have just said, so when's your appointment? Instead of saying, oh, all right, and then heading out. But I'm grinding. I'm trying to get some conversations going. I think I'd feel better and do better if I was getting more conversations, but I'm barely talking all day. I'm just knocking on people's doors. So hopefully I'll get some more conversations in today and land an appointment so I can make some commission and also help the company. But that is where we're at right now, guys. I'll talk to you in a bit. Peace, guys. What's up, guys? I am first person. Remember, I'm door dashing, listening to house music, and I just found my other mic. I'm gonna actually see if it works. Like, if they'll both work connected while it's on. Alright, it's on. Can it connect is the question. Okay, it's sitting blue. So it's not connecting. I don't know if you need a receiver to use two, but I found my other mic, so I have a backup. I'm glad. It was in the car the whole time. I don't know how I lost it in here, but I guess so be it. So the last time I talked to you guys, I think I was driving to my last two doors. Some rep in the area landed one of the doors that I thought I was for sure landing, and then I got one guy who I can tell he wants to buy, like he's ready for the appointment. I just didn't sell it well enough. So I gave him my number. He's gonna call me, but I could have sold that appointment at like right in front of him, and I don't think I built enough urgency. But you live and you learn. I'm gonna take that failure, that mistake, and build upon that and not make that mistake again. I think I'm gonna have to talk to my client and just let him know, hey, we can't work together anymore. And it's my fault. I got this job and I just don't have time to do client work. I'm on the road all day, and now I have to learn a new product, learn a new skill. I just need to focus on one thing. I'm gonna have to cancel on my client and let him know that we can't work together anymore. And I feel bad, and it definitely sucks because this was my first client and I was confident, and I still am. I know we could do big things, but I don't have the time to focus on his business right now, and I don't want to waste his time. He's really not wasting mine, but I don't want to waste his time. Time's precious, and I don't want to sit here and just flag on him because I'm working for another company. So I definitely got to talk to him this week, or today or tomorrow, and get that figured out. But I'm door dashing right now. I think I'm at $40 on the day, so it's pretty good. I'm going to continue, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Also, I haven't gotten any of the YouTube videos uploaded, and there's a lot of them. I just haven't had time to sit down and edit, but I need to, and it's definitely important. I've got probably 4 videos in the vault, maybe more. I'm unsure. But again, I got to get them uploaded and get back on that TikTok grind as well. I haven't been posting any short forms, so those two are on my priority list. But I'm gonna finish door dashing, or just door dash for a bit, and I'll talk to you guys and update you in about an hour or so. So peace, guys. Talk to you then. What's up, guys? Welcome back to today's video. This is the first time I walked the dog in feels like ages, but it's been around a week, and I really just haven't had the time to take her or the devious pooch, Draco. I haven't been able to take either of them, because I've been so busy. All I've been doing for the last week is knocking on doors and driving around town. That's all I've done. I think I've seen more of the city in this last week than I've seen my entire life. And that's just because I've been driving around so much that I'm exploring, unlocking new locations, new safe houses. But I'm enjoying it. This new sales job is definitely testing my limits, and it's testing them in the beginning. It's not something that's gonna surprise me. No, it set the tone early, because I've hit a lot of doors. We're supposed to try and hit at least 30, and I've hit a lot of doors. I don't even think I could count, and I haven't landed one appointment yet. And every conversation is a chance at an appointment. Out of all the doors I've hit, I've definitely not sold them whatsoever. My selling skills are slim to none, and they're definitely showing now. I thought at one point that I could sell, but every time I leave those conversations, I just realize how bad I am at selling, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I'm gonna progress and learn and get better. All day long, I just consume sales videos while I'm in the car, driving around, or maybe while I'm at a break, or if I'm eating. And then also, I'm reading my sales book. I'm just consuming sales as much as I can. And then I'm speaking the script. And then I'm also adding objections, trying to just, again, fill my life up with sales to where it's impossible to not succeed. Even when I started, a week ago, I was terrible compared to where I'm at now. I'm progressing pretty fast. I can feel it, see it, but I'm far away from where I need to be. My biggest issue right now in sales is speaking, communication, that aspect, and that's really all sales is at the end of the day. So if you're not good at that, it all domino effects. You're gonna see it everywhere. If you can't speak and you can't communicate properly, then you probably can't sell. But the reason I say that is, for example, if I'm in a conversation, because I consider it a conversation, and a lot of salespeople will tell you the exact same thing. We're just having conversations. And in a lot of these conversations, I'm so focused on myself that I'm not focused on what the prospect is saying or the other person, the other party. I'm so focused on if I said this right instead of listening to their issue, because when you speak to someone, they're talking about something. How do I put this? If you're talking to someone and you ask them a question and they answer, let's say I say my pitch, they're like, no, I'm not interested. That right there, depending on how they say it and how they sound, everything tells you what they mean by they're not interested. And when you pick up on that and understand it, you can answer it appropriately. So if someone says, I'm not interested, and you understand what they mean by that, which in my opinion, that just means like a value issue. They don't see the value in the price you're offering. So you acknowledge the objection, and then you kind of give your rebuttal. So So, John, what you're saying is you're not interested. I completely understand. Here's the issue. Why would you da 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 da? Stuff like that. And when you listen properly, you can answer properly. That brings me on to my next point. I don't know exactly what to say. No pun intended, because that's a book. And it's a book I'm going to reread because it's got a lot of those sales phrases you need. And I read it when I first got into copywriting, and I just stopped using, or I never used anything I read in it. But that book is solid, and that brings me to my next point. I don't know what to say. My mind will blank out a lot of times when I'm in these conversations because my emotions are high. I'm stressed out. I go into these conversations so nervous that when I am speaking to the prospects, I don't know what to say. My mind is just all over the place. How do I look? What are they thinking? So many different things are cluttering my mind while I'm talking to this prospect that I can't even think of what to say. And I don't know the phrases to say, because there are phrases that we all use in sales to help our prospects realize their issues and convert them. Because the reason I'm saying this is actually from a video I watched. Sales is just a transfer of beliefs. That's what, I forgot who said, or it was Andy Elliott. Sales is a transfer of beliefs. And I learned this yesterday from him. And it's the same thing with copywriting. We're just changing existing beliefs. So what would these existing beliefs be? For example, I'm selling roofing. So if you're selling roofing and your prospect tells you, yeah, I just don't see where the value's at. In their mind, they don't see the value of the roofing. They don't see why they should spend $20,000, $30,000 on a roof. And the reason you're there is to inform them and inform them on how this will benefit them. But you can't just bullet point them with facts. You've got to do it in a way that they accept it into their mind, that it's their idea, that this is their reason for buying it. So what does that look like? You ask them questions based on their issues. So if let's say your prospect says, yeah, I don't see the value. So John, I completely understand you don't see the value. And that's why I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to give you the information to help you realize and make the decision for yourself if this is valuable or not. And that simple line can completely transform the way they think about that product, because you're helping them realize, hey, maybe this is for me. Because we all buy things for different reasons, and sometimes you just have to help them realize. And some people just need that little push to say, hey, or they need a little push to realize what it is that they actually want. Here's something I realized, and something a lot of copywriting books will give you. When you give people a lot of options, they just won't pick anything. And a lot of people in the area have probably talked to tons of roofers, tons of people that do the exact same thing we do. But how do you weed yourself out in a market that's so sophisticated. One, you separate your product from everyone else, which we do well. And then also, you've got to help your prospects realize how you're actually different, or how you can be different. Because most of the time, the prospects in roofing, I feel like, have so many options. There's so many different roofing companies. There's so many different places to look, to buy, so many different materials you can try. They have too many options, and they don't know what to pick, so they don't pick it all. And they will say, all right, I'll just wait another year. Well, what happens when you wait another year? Prices go up, all right? So now you've got more expensive prices, and you still don't have a roof, and you can't make a decision. And that's when we come in and just give them the information they need to buy a roof. And then usually that leads to a conversion if you do it right. And it's not about us, it's about the prospect. It's about helping them realize what they need or find what they need. We're kind of just that motivator that comes in and says, hey, you can do this. And you ask questions and help them figure out what they need and give them the information they need to decide and pick that next 30-year roof, 50-year roof, or a lifetime roof. And it can be hard. It's an expensive investment, and when you don't know how to do it, what to do, who you can trust, it makes it even scarier. And we have to deal with all these things, these beliefs, these objections, and pain points that they have, and overcome these, and eventually get them into a new roof. And as a beginner like me, it's hard when you can't communicate properly. Because I've done copywriting and it's super similar. I've learned some sales. But again, if you can't communicate and can't give these prospects what they need, then it's going to be impossible to convert them either to an appointment or convert them in a close. Because they're not going to understand what you're saying, and you're not going to help them the way you need to help them. And it's definitely hard. In my opinion, I was never meant to be a great communicator, but I know I can. That's the difference. I don't think I was ever meant to be one, but I will be. Because I have to. One, it's my job now. And two, it's a part of the process. As an entrepreneur, you have to be able to speak. You're going to be running a business. You're going to have teams. You're going to have to be able to articulate your words and give them motivation, show them how to do things, and put it in a way they can understand. It's just important skills that I'm going to need in my entrepreneurship journey. But in my opinion, I was never supposed to have them. I was, again, always the shy kid who couldn't speak, hid behind his mom. So this is uncomfortable. And when I was in training, I was the one standing up first, doing all of the things first to get that failure in, to be the first one to do the bad work, to be the first one, because it's the most uncomfortable, but you see the most growth. Guys, I wouldn't lie to you when I tell you I think I've seen the most growth, like mentally, and should I say mentally? I've seen the most growth in my confidence, my speaking, probably in this last week than I have my entire life. All the meditation, all the cold plunges, yeah, they work and they do help. Go ahead and do them. But I've done the most uncomfortable thing you could possibly do, which is rejection, knocking on doors, talking to people. This is the most I've done any of this in my entire life, and I've seen the most growth in my communication again in this last week. It's crazy what happens when you throw yourself in the fire and just get burnt by it. I'm gonna become great at sales, great at copywriting, great at all of these skills because I'm putting in so much effort. And they're not easy, but the more effort I put in, the better I'm gonna get. And I'm putting in so much effort to get good and to understand. And in a year, I think in a couple months, I'll be closing and I'll be landing appointments, making commissions. But I think within a year, I'll be one of the best, maybe in the company. I believe it and I see it. I know what I was given, the gifts I was given, and I've got the gift of being great at things. I've got the work ethic. I'll put in the work and I'll keep doing it till I am. And it sucks right now. Today was definitely my hardest day so far in sales. I had 2 conversations today and I could have sold both of them, honestly, but I threw the bag. And I know that failing like that is only going to make me better, but there comes a point where you got to stop failing. If it happens 5 times, you should understand what you did wrong if it was the same mistake 5 times. But I'm just going to keep pushing, keep fighting, and I'm going to get better and better and better and better and be able to sell the world. So guys, this is the end of the walk. I'm going to go grab the other pooch, take him, and then I'm going to head out to the gym and then DoorDash. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace, guys. Guys, I'm on the road right now. Oh, shoot. I almost just ran a red light. This is why you don't film and drive. But I'm on the road. I just left the gym about an hour ago. I've just been moving, delivering. And the camera's almost dead. GG. Give me a second, guys. I gotta restart this. Alright, so like I was saying, I just left the gym. I had a good conversation with a few guys out in the parking lot about how they got their cars, because I went up to them and I was wondering, like, how do you guys have these? And, well, no, at first I just complimented their cars, because one of them had an M5 and then another one had some nasty AMG, and they were younger, and they just dropped some advice on me, and we were talking, and they were just talking about how you gotta work hard and you gotta put in the effort all the time, and you can't stop. And that's pretty much what I do, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna give up. Even when I'm door dashing at 1 o'clock at night and I gotta be up at 4, I'm still gonna show up. I'm gonna land some deals. I'm not going out to hit doors tomorrow because tomorrow's Thanksgiving, but man, I really screwed this up. This thing is all smeared. Anyway, I'm not gonna be hitting any doors because it's Thanksgiving. So I'm going to take that time to work on my presentation, work on my pitching. I pitch myself in the car. I pitch myself to the ChatGPT voice, but I'm just going to pitch, watch sales videos, read my sales book, and just keep doubling down on what I'm already doing and just get better. Because I know this sales stuff, it's promising if you put in the effort. And I'm putting in the effort, showing up, but that's only a part of it. I got to do the same thing at the doors that I'm doing in person. So I'm just going to double down and keep doing what I'm doing and get better. But it is hard. Sales is not easy. Some people will make it look easy, like my sales manager. He's really good at talking, and or communicating, not talking. He's really good at communication, and he's good at selling, and he'll make it look so easy, but then when I go out and do it, it's like night and day. Night and day. But that's part of the process. Alright guys, I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm gonna go get this order and go deliver it. Talk to you guys in a bit. Peace. What's up guys? I'm officially at a 50 ball right now. I'm halfway there. Tonight's been slow. I don't know if it's because I started at a later time or if I'm just moving slower. Usually by hour 3, I'm pumping like $70, and I'm only sitting at 50. I think the orders tonight haven't been as good as they normally are. Sometimes I'm getting doubles at the same restaurant, and they're right down the road, but tonight hasn't been as good. I think that's what it is. But I'm only at $50, and it's 1 o'clock, so I'm going to be out pretty late by the looks of it, but we'll just have to play it out. I need to stop at Wawa or somewhere and get some coffee and some food. I'm starving, but for right now I gotta go get this order and drop it off, so I'll talk to you guys then. Peace guys. I got that little 143 energy boost. No coffee consumed, but the energy is flowing, going, and towing. I'm dropping off an order. I'm at like a 65 ball, maybe a 70 ball right now. I'm ready to go in. I'm tired, but it's that discipline. You gotta hit that 100 ball every night. Everyone else out here is hitting those 50 balls. Nah, we're doing 100. I don't know what people are actually hitting, but I'm out here grinding. And then I want to hit some doors, but I gotta hit doors in a couple days. I don't even get to hit them tomorrow. I'm gonna have some withdrawals from hitting doors. I'm screaming my pitch. Not actually, but just working on personalizing it, getting my personality in it. And the way I have it now, it sounds a lot better. It's like it's me speaking, and it's smooth. I'm very personable. I like stuff to be me. Check that road out. Bam. I think I just got on the wrong road. I was supposed to stay on that. But I like to keep stuff personable. So when it kind of takes my voice out of it, I don't really like it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. Alright, we're still able to do it. But, oh, and a nice voice crack. But, yeah, working on my pitch, talking to myself, talking random objections to myself, the whole 9 yards. So that is the move right now. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace guys. What's up guys? I just finished my dash. Check this out. It's the Largo Lights. If you guys live in my city, you'll know exactly what that is. But just finished the dash, hit a little 105 ball. Now I'm gonna go get some grub. I'm hungry, I'm tired. I wanna go to bed. It's 3:30 right now. It's late. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Well, right now it's Thanksgiving. And I probably won't be up until if I'm lucky. I need sleep. This week has drained it out of me, and it's not even the end of the week. It's only Wednesday. If tomorrow wasn't Thanksgiving, I don't know what I'd do. I'd be way too tired. A 3 o'clock night, I'd have to get up in 2 hours, go drive my mom to work, go home, go to bed, because there'd be no way I'm staying up with 2 hours of sleep. Wake up at 9, it would be a cluster. This morning I was falling asleep on my way home from dropping my mom off at work. I just couldn't stay up. But yeah, it's definitely taken it all out of me doing this DoorDash. And then selling takes a lot of mental capacity. DoorDash, not really, but you're just driving and staying up late, depending on how you do it. But it's beating me down. This is the hardest I've worked in a long time. I've never really worked like this. My whole day is dedicated to working, and I'm glad, because it's setting me up for a future worth living for and enjoying. But it is not easy to work all day like this. Not easy at all. For those of you who do the exact thing I'm doing right now, or you're grinding, props to you, seriously. Because I can say from experience, this is not easy. I think this is harder than me working at my old job and then running my, I don't want to say business, because it was, but it really wasn't. But running my business, it was less time consuming, and I swear I had more time and energy. Making $100 sitting down all day is a lot easier than this. I will say, like, when you see a video or see someone else's reality, it can be tempting. You see videos of people making $200 in a day from door dashing, and that's 100% possible. At least for me, in my city, I could probably do 300, but the issue is not doing it, or that is the issue. It's just doing it. The energy it takes to do this is a lot. I remember thinking, yeah, I'll just DoorDash and do this, but DoorDash just burns it out of you. And I only work 4 hours. I'm making $100 in 4 hours. So I'm making the money faster, and I'm making more than I would at my job. I get paid how I want, but I'm also on my own hours. It's on me. If I don't work, I don't make money. And right now I have to do this because I spend so much on gas a day. Like, look, I filled this tank up this morning, full tank, and this is a good day of gas. I didn't hit as many houses today. This is a good day of gas, and I didn't go out to Tampa. Usually I'm going out to either Pasco, Hillsboro, another town, not staying in my county. So that's a good day of gas, and that's what I'm ending off on. On a bad day, which would be something like yesterday, I ended the night off on E, and I filled it up that day, yesterday, in the morning. So I go through gas like an animal, and luckily this car has decent miles per gallon and inline 4, and gas is cheap for this, but I'm still spending $35 a day just to break even. I need to make $35 just to break even, and then everything else is profit. That doesn't put into play the food and everything else. But I spend quite a bit on gas. That's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. It's $200 on gas a week, and I don't get reimbursed. But it's also an amazing opportunity for a job. You can make upwards of $20,000 a month, 30, 40, 50, probably 60 grand a month if you want. It's definitely a good opportunity, and one thing the sales manager mentioned was getting to a point where gas, you don't bat an eye at it, and that's the thing. I'm batting an eye at it because I'm making no money, so it feels like there's no return. There is a return. Each day I go out there, I'm getting better and I'm learning. Today, I got 2 conversations. Both houses I hit. First, I hit both of these houses in the morning, just once. Hit them once, and I got a conversation at both doors. First go, first 2 houses. Now, it's probably because of Thanksgiving, people are home, but both of those were a chance to close. Every conversation you have is a chance to close them on that appointment. So if I don't close them, that's on me. You can close, or I can close almost anyone at any time if I do it right. And I'm just not doing it right. I'm not very good at sales, but I'm getting there. I'm understanding what I'm learning, and I'm seeing the patterns and the mistakes I'm making, and I'm working on fixing them. They won't always be an issue, I swear. Just right now. Alright guys, I'll talk to you in a minute. I'm gonna go through this drive-through, and then I'll speak to you guys after. Love will make it right. Love will.